Hello everyone. Today I will be talking about some of the adult novels that I've really enjoyed, and I hope you do too. The first one in the list is The Nest by Cynthia Sweeney. This is a story about the Plum family. The Plum family is a typical dysfunctional family with a lot of different issues in their lives. There are four siblings: Leo, Melody, Beatrice, and Jack. They all are dealing with different kinds of problems in their lives. They were really close to each other when they were young, but over the years they have drifted apart. Their father was really rich and had put aside some money for them, and he had called that fund the Nest. All the siblings were really dependent on the Nest for some of their future plans. They all knew that the money was for them. But reckless Leo, he didn't care, and he lived his life so recklessly that one day he was involved in an accident with a 19-year-old girl in his car. So, to cover up all the mess that was created with that accident, their mother decided to use the money from the Nest. So, most of the money from the Nest was used up to cover this case. When Leo came back from the rehab, the siblings got together and asked Leo for the money. Leo promised them that he would return their money at some point and just to give him some more time. The siblings agreed to that. Melody needed that money to pay the college tuition for her girls. Jack needed to pay off his debts and to release his cottage that he had taken the loan against, and he didn't even tell his partner about it. And Beatrice was looking for a new novel that she could write and get published. So they all were in need of that money. Will they get that money? Will Leo change his lifestyle and become a better person? Will he be able to pay off that money? Will the siblings come close to each other again? Find out all the answers in The Nest. My next book is The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry. This is written by Gabrielle Zevin. We are not quite novels. We are not quite short stories. What we are, in the end, we are collected works. That's what I say, and I believe. My name is A.J. Fikry. I run a bookstore on Alice Island. No one likes to be around me nowadays because I have been very rude and a very sad person to be around since my wife died. I'm distancing myself from everybody who loves me and cares for me, like Chief Lambiance, my sister-in-law Ismay, and others who really care for me. I also acted very rudely with a sales rep from Nightly Press, Amelia. She was a very nice and gentle girl. My sadness increased even more when I lost my book of poems by Edgar Allan Poe. That was a very rare copy of that book, and somebody just stole it from me. Then, one day, a package is left at my bookstore. I look for the owner around, but I cannot find anybody. I was surprised to receive, and even more surprised when I opened it. That package changed my life completely, and also the way I saw life. What was in the package? Will I become a better and loving person? Find out more in the book Storied Life of A.J. Fikry. Now I would like to talk about Scarborough. Scarborough, a city very close to Toronto, but nothing like it. Scarborough, where diversity lives at its core. Scarborough, where we have the Rouge Hill Public School and where this story starts. The story revolves around three families that are dealing with a lot of different issues. The characters get together at the early learning center at the school where they all become friends. The main characters are three children: Laura, Sylvie, and Bing. Laura has just moved in with her father after being neglected by her mother for years. But it's no better in her father's house. It's the same story. Bing, he is a gay Filipino boy living with his mother who works in a salon. They are both dealing with Bing's sexual identity and his being bullied at school because of all these things. Then we have Sylvie, who is from an indigenous family and as a result is dealing with a lot of acceptance issues, and family is also dealing with a lot. Her father is a drug addict and her mother is always working hard to make the ends meet. All three of them go to the early learning center at the school, where Miss Henna is the supervisor of the center. Miss Henna, she is a very nice Muslim lady who feels for them and tries to help them out in every possible way. She provides these kids a good and healthy breakfast at the center. She is also dealing with some issues like biases against her hijab that she wears. People look at her funny and they don't want to be associated with her. Some of the parents even say stuff that is very rude to her. So, Scarborough is a story of a close knit neighborhood that refuses to become undone by all the issues around them. That is the story of Scarborough. My next book is The Hero's Walk by Anita Rao Badani. The story starts with Sripati, the head of a Brahmin family in a small town in India. He is very tired of his life, where everyone has a lot of expectations from him. His mother, especially, who bosses around the whole household and also uses her health problems to make everyone feel guilty. She keeps blaming Sripati for not becoming a doctor. That was the dream of his parents. Then there is his unmarried sister, Rukmani, who wants to get married, but their mother just chases away all the suitors for various reasons, but mainly because she doesn't want Rukmani to go away from her. Siripati's wife is very devoted wife, but she is just upset with Siripati to sever all ties with their daughter and not communicating with her. Siripati is mainly heartbroken because of his children. Arun, his son, is becoming involved with politics a lot, and he's become a political activist, which Sripati is not comfortable with, and he's very concerned for him. They don't talk to each other. Sripati loved his daughter Maya. She was so smart and such a nice daughter. But then she moved to Canada to study further. There she met a Canadian guy whom she got married to. Siripati was really upset and stopped talking to her because Maya had married that Canadian boy by breaking an engagement that her parents had chosen, the boy that the parents had chosen for her. This was a big thing for Siripati to go through. Things became even worse when they came to know that Maya and her husband have died in an accident. They were devastated. And then they came to know they have left behind their little daughter, Nandana, who didn't have anybody to go to. Siripati decided to bring back his granddaughter to India. Nandana has not spoken since her parents died, and Siripati has also gone quiet. Will Nandana bring change in their lives? Will Sripati forgive his daughter? Will Arun understand his father? Find out all this in The Hero's Walk by Anita Rao Padani. My last book for today is Inferno by Dan Brown. Robert Langdon, a professor and a symbolist, wakes up in the hospital with a bullet wound in his head and short-term amnesia. He doesn't remember how he ended up there. And when he starts looking around, he finds a small projector in his jacket collar, and that has an inverted symbol. That inverted symbol leads him to the Dante's Inferno. Langdon decides to go on an adventure to figure out why he had this projector in his pocket and what it is leading to. While trying to figure out and solve the mystery, he has to go to various historical sites and other places where Dante's related to the Dante's Inferno, so that he can find clues that would lead him to the person who might have shot him. The story involves criminals trying to kill him, police trying to arrest him, and for some reason the World Health Organization trying to get in touch with him. He doesn't understand what's going on. It gets more and more confusing as the time passes. The mystery thickens when he finds out what he is fighting against and how little time he has to save the world. Will Langdon's knowledge about symbols and history help him find the right place? Will he be able to avert this danger and save the world on time? Read it all in Dan Brown's Inferno. Thank you so much for listening to me. Good night.